What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm very excited to talk about all of the new holiday releases. I am so excited about the holidays. I don't know what it is this year, but there are so many kits that I'm into, so many actual like holiday legit releases. I am going in on the sales already, and it's a mess. It's a bit of a mess, but I am having fun and I will deal with the consequences when I got to. So anyways, if you're interested in hearing about some of the kits I will be trying to do, not only Sephora in this video, but also Ulta, then let's just go ahead and talk about them. Now, I will want to preface this video very quickly before I kind of scoot over with a couple of different updates. I am wearing a look that I did record, and it was with the Hudson Valley palette. So this is the third and final look that I needed to record now that I finally have a new aux cord and all of that for my mic. That said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that video up. It just depends on a couple of different things, but it will be coming up very soon, and I thank you all for your patience, and I hope you guys enjoy the looks. Second, I also wanted to mention that the VIB sale is coming up. Let me scoot over. So the VIB sale is coming up, and with that sale, I did just want to highlight it because of the fact that you could get a certain percentage off depending on your tier at Sephora. I personally am Rouge, of course, so I could get I can get 20% off during this sale, and I will be doing that. But also do keep in mind that certain brands actually have better sales on their websites. I did do a video quite a few months ago now where I actually talked about the brands that I think you should never pay full price because their brand website always does banging sales. So I will try my absolute best to link that down below for you all in the event that that would be helpful. Those brands I honestly would not recommend actually shopping at Sephora or Ulta. I would just recommend waiting until that sale hits on the brand website, because typically those brands actually do 30 to 35 if not 25%, and yes, it's only 5 or maybe 10% more, but that can really add up depending on the actual price of your sticker items. So that's kind of my thought process there. And yeah, let me just go ahead and pull up my Sephora app. First, what I'm going to do is actually just go through my loves, because I do have quite a few loves that are specifically holiday kits and collections, and then we can dive into some things that I didn't even love that I still would recommend. So this is the first one that I have when I'm scrolling down, and this is a Sephora and Lily Lashes The Best Sellers 3D Faux Mink Lash Set. Now in this set, they have Miami and Beverly Hills. What I tend to do when it comes to these kind of Sephora Lily Lashes lash collections is I love them, and then I wait for them to drop in price. They always drop in price. Typically, they're more than like 50% off when they do drop. That's when I pounce and I get my lashes. I really love these Lily Miami lashes. They just work for my eye shape. They work for my looks. I'm actually wearing a set today that I got for like 50% off. So I would highly recommend you putting that in your loves list section and just waiting for it to drop. You can get it during the VIB sale. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm going to wait till it drops to a cheaper price, and then that's when I'm going to go ahead and pounce. Some other things that I would highly recommend, these Sephora favorite sets. Now for me, what I tend to do is I only get the Sephora favorite sets that give me a 1 ounce or bigger bottle for my money. I don't get the ones that have the travel size. It depends on if it's something that you just want to smell the scent. For me, it's not as good of a value, so I just don't pick those up. The two that I have pinned in my loves list is the cologne sampler set. It's for $75, and you get to sample 12 different colognes. And I put this in this cart because of the fact that they have one that I already know I wanted to pick up, and so it's perfect. And that is Manson Margiela Replicas Jazz Club. I already knew I wanted a 1 ounce. I was planning to actually buy that during the sale, but if I get this kit, not only for the $75 or the 72, 75, the $72, but I also get the 20% off of that sticker price. Then I'm getting a 1 ounce bottle of Jazz Club for a significantly better price. So I'm gonna wait to pick that in that cart. And then also the perfume sampler set, which is kind of the more female oriented sampler set. You get to try 13 scents, and once again, this was something that I already knew a scent that I would pick up, and that is actually Replicas by the Fireplace. Both of those are scents that I've already gone through my travel sample size, and I love them. I definitely prefer Jazz Club over By the Fireplace, but By the Fireplace definitely does have a place for me in my heart, and so I'm going to be picking up both of these sampler sets and literally reimbursing them for both of those unless something drastic happens, which I doubt. And like I said, definitely recommend putting that on your loves list. As long as you're Rouge, you should be good to be able to get those. Sometimes they do sell out, but even if they sell out online, they don't really sell out, I feel like, as quickly in store, depending on your area. And so those are definitely two kits that highly recommend you to get. As with that, and just in general, any perfume sampler set, especially if it gives you those little cute little sizes, I definitely recommend going ahead and picking that up. You're not going to be bad with that, and like, you still get to sample it, but just for an even cheaper price. And sometimes I find that those are just stupid expensive. So definitely highly recommend. Alrighty, now we're gonna shift to in the actual gifts section, because those were actually all of the things that I had tabbed. There are a bunch of kits from Sol de Janeiro. I think these can be useful, but you really have to pay attention, because some of the kits you get the full size lotion, and some of the kits you only get the full size spray. So depending on which one you think you're going to actually use more, definitely gear your purchasing habits based on that. For me, I don't think I'm going to get any of those, just because I don't really go through body scented lotions very often. I feel like my little cube that I sort those types of products is quite full. So I want to chill on those. And I do have two big Boom Boom creams in different smells. I do like those. I love them. So I don't feel I need to get anything. There is one kit right now. So Charlotte Tilbury has this mini beauty highlighter wand duo set. In this set, you get two wands. One is technically a blush, which is in the shade, the Glowgasm is in the shade Pinkgasm, and then the highlighter is in the shade Spotlight. Now for me, these are not shades that I want, so that's why I'm not picking it up, but you get it for $32, and each product you get has 5 milliliters. And I think for this, you really have to know your Charlotte Tilbury products to know if this is actually going to be worth the bang. So Charlotte Tilbury's beauty wands are typically $40, and you get in that $40 wand, you get 12 milliliters. So 12 milliliters divided by 40, that's about 30 cents per milliliter. Or you can get the duo, where you get two highlighters, or a highlighter and a blush, and you got that for 5 milliliters total. Oh yeah, that's definitely not worth the money. I would definitely recommend you just going ahead to pick up whatever shade you actually want, because that's just not worth the money. I don't even have to do the calculation to figure that out. Something that could be worth the money if it's a shade that you actually want is the Rare Beauty lipstick. Now I know quite a few people like mini lip products because they like to have a variety and they don't mind having a smaller quantity. For me, that's just not something, so I wasn't even interested in this. I also just don't like the shade. I think the shade just doesn't work for me, but to each its own. Something that I will definitely always recommend, no matter which set, is the Laneige sets. Those sets are pretty banging. This one that I'm looking at right now is the sleeping mask set, where you get 5 different sleeping masks for $19. Now these are going to be the small ones, but I've gotten a small one and I've been working on that more or less for a year. Granted, I don't use it every night, so that's on me, but those definitely do have quite a bit of product. So I definitely would highly recommend the Laneige products. Once again, let's check out this other Charlotte Tilbury setting spray set. So this is a $29, even though it's apparently a $42 value. And in this set, you get a total of 34 milliliters of products. So 34 milliliters product for $24. That's about $1.04 per milliliter. But instead, let's check out the full size Charlotte Tilbury, and that the full size you get 100 milliliters. Yeah, see, these Charlotte Tilbury kits, I guess it also depends on what you think is not worth it. For me, the value is just not there. But if you are somebody who you don't necessarily need value, you just want to try the actual product, then maybe it's worth it for you. But to me, that dog ain't hunting. So yeah, there was another kit that I wanted to talk about. I don't see it, but I remember it distinctly, and this is the duo between Kayali's Vanilla 20 something and a mini of the Eden Apple, I want to say. This is something that I'm definitely eyeing. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up just because there's so many different perfumes that I want to pick up and that I already have picked up, and you know, perfumes aren't cheap, so I don't know if I'm going to pick this up, but I think this is a fantastic value. And the scent, the mini size that they have in here, I can't really remember offhand which one it is. Always out of stock, notoriously out of stock, so highly recommend that. Also, if you are smart enough to scoop up a gift card with your rewards, this is definitely the time to go ahead and spend it. I tried to do that, I didn't wake up in time to get it done, so that's that. So Tower 28 also has their lip gloss set that they do seemingly, I guess, annually now. I picked it up last year, and I will say I definitely have gotten a significant amount of use out of my lip glosses from this brand. So if you know you're going to get use out of it, go for it, but I wouldn't recommend it if you only want one. Just buy the one lip gloss, don't buy two, you know. So that's that. Another thing that I actually don't think is necessarily all that much well for the value is this LYS kit. So these are their satin matte cream blush trio. You get 3 different blushes, which I believe are all in their permanent collection, and with all 3 amounts of product, you only get 4 grams of product. So you get those 4 grams of product for $20. So not the best. You're paying about 20 cents per gram. Whereas if you just picked up one blush that you want, cream blush, you get for $16 6.5 grams. And so actually that's not too bad. You're actually paying a little bit more for the amount of product, so maybe that's not a bad one if you don't need a full cream blush, which honestly, who needs a full cream blush? And then you can kind of sample all of the products there. So maybe I was too quick to pull the gun on that. But there's so many kits out there. Another thing that I would recommend is if you see a kit and you don't get it during the VIB sale, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be on sale after the VIB sale, because all of this holiday, Sephora has to push it out of their inventory to make room for other things. So if there's something that you're interested in, you don't really know, and you don't really want to pay 20% off, but you would take it for like 30-50% off, just wait. Who knows? You might be able to get it, and if you don't get it, then you really didn't need it, did you? No. So those are all the things that I think I'm going to highlight from Sephora tonight. Let's switch over to Ulta, because Ulta does tend to have sometimes different brands but also different kits depending on the brand. Because if you guys know, like Tarte and Too Faced have different sets for the two huge retailers. And yeah, I honestly at this point wouldn't even consider recommending buying Too Faced from either brand, because I actually received an order that I picked up when the brand had 30% off. So, you know, always recommend taking your time, shopping around, finding what is best for you. First, like last time, we're just gonna go ahead and see what I have in my sets. I do have the Valentino Donna Buonarroma 3-piece travel gift set. Now this is retailing for $62, where you get 3 different scents in this range. Now I do have the Yellow Dreams now, so is this definitely worth the money for me? Probably not, but I will say these aren't cheap scents, and so if it's something that you're interested, I definitely would say maybe pick it up. Also, the Laura Mercier, they have mini caviar eyeshadow sticks. This is definitely something that I'm going to be picking up. I actually might be getting this before Ulta does their their random 20% off coupon to try and get your money first. And there is quite a small amount of product, but I don't find that I want huge full size when it comes to cream eyeshadows, because you know, it's cream eyeshadow, right? So it could dry out, you never really know. Another set that I'm definitely going to be picking up is the Professional Parcel Mini Pore Primer. These has 2 products that I don't really like to splurge in, a primer and a setting spray. I do definitely go through my products in both of these categories, but I'm definitely highly intrigued with both of these. So I definitely will personally be picking it up. And I think, yeah, it may not be worth the price overall, because, you know, the primer is 0.25 ounces and the setting spray is 1 ounce, which I think is a full size. But the primer, I feel like that's basically a sample, but that's all I really want. I just want to sample that, and the setting spray I know I'll get my use out of, so I'm not too concerned about that. Another kit that I have personally in my loves list is the Bobbi Brown Mini Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. Now this one I'm not as convinced, because they do look to be more of a shimmery bases, except for one shade in here, and honestly I should just be smart and get that one shade. We'll see, but this is definitely something that is in my loves list. And that's it for me when it comes to what I have. Now, if you are somebody who wears lashes, such as I definitely think looking at your favorite lash brands sets right now would be perfect. Like I see some Ardell Volts and lookbooks where you can get like maybe a variety of different types, or you can just get a huge pack of whatever your favorite is. This could be perfect. Or even if you're trying to consider getting into lashes and you don't know the style, maybe picking up one of these kits for a cheaper price could be perfect for you right now. LA Girl has a lip gloss set that is actually on sale, so you're getting 5 lip glosses for $10.39 if you get this during the sale, before there's even like a coupon added on. Jaclyn Hill has a holiday kit available, and if you haven't tried the brand and if you wanted to, this may be a good way. It looks like it looks like the lip products are full size and the 2 highlighter-ish products are minis. That could be beneficial, because who really goes through a highlighter? There are some shower gel sets from Philosophy on Ulta's website. Now these don't look like they're full size shower gels. These are only 3 ounces, and I want to say they're full are 12 ounces, but you're getting that 3 for $20. So if you just want to smell the scent and just try the scent, that could be beneficial. I do know Philosophy does do decent sales on their website though, so definitely do take that into consideration. So this is something that I actually picked up the full size during the normal time, and these are the Slay Bare Mini Moisturizer Gel Gift Set. So I got the full size of these. These are for $29. You can get 4 of their kind of latest scents that they brought out in this Bare collection, and you only get the 2 ounces. I don't remember how big these ones are. let me see. And if I didn't say, these are from the Hemp's brand. So the normal ones are $20 and you get, so the normal ones are $20 and you get 11 and a little bit of product in there. So overall, this actually 2, 4, 6, 8. This would be a slightly under, I would say, when it comes to price per ounce. But that said, if you just want to sample all of the scents and then maybe go back and get the full size of your favorite, this could be helpful. And yeah, I don't see much else. I think for Ulta, the way that they have things on their site is just a little bit, not a little bit, it's a lot of bit different than how Sephora has it. So it's quite harder to kind of navigate where the gift sets are. I know you guys have seen the Tarte ones. We've talked about those before, all of that. Generally, what I would say is shop smartly. So if you know the brand typically does 30% off or even 25% off and or more, go to the brand's website. All of these brands right now will be pushing their own sales on their website, so definitely take that into consideration. Also, if you can get rebates at one place or another, go to that location. If you have an affiliated code, go to that location. And then also, depending on how much you purchase from these bigger retailers that I've highlighted today, such as Sephora and Ulta, I typically will go to Ulta if it's something that's expensive, but I don't want to spend my money even for a discount, because you can use your Ulta rewards very easily without any fuss or muss on every purchase and any purchase. Whereas Sephora, you have to wait up or actually wake up early on Tuesday or Thursday to get the gift cards available, and you have to make a purchase. So definitely take all of these things into consideration. And as I've said sometime in the middle of this video, do know that if this holiday stuff does not sell out, they're going to put it on sale. It's got to get purchased. And if it doesn't get purchased this season, they're going to put it on sale next season, and etc., until they are out of stock and they make back whatever money they think is reasonable to make back. So don't feel pressured to pick anything up, whether it is during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, the Ulta 20% off coupon that they're bound to give during the VIB sale, whether it's the Beauty Lift gift card event, whatever it is. Don't ever feel pressured to buy anything, because I promise you there's going to be another sale. But I hope that this was helpful, kind of talking through some of the kits. I wish I had found more kits easily, especially on Ulta, but they just weren't popping up. So yeah, I will definitely be trying, if at all possible, to also be putting up a video next week before the VIP sale drops, talking about what I am aiming to pick up, what I would recommend. So if you're interested, definitely let me know down below. If not, no worries, I just won't stress over it. But I do plan to shop that event. I did shop the Beautylicious gift card event, and you know, a partridge and a pear tree, you know? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next one, which who knows, it's probably going to be sooner than you guys are expecting. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.